Right this way. So this is my office. I was very intentional about the environment to make sure that any person that comes in here, whether it be student or colleague, feels like they can be in a space where they can share, open up, and feel at home. Let me show you around. This is the focal point of the room and my favorite thing. Most people walk right in that door and just plop right down on the couch. I put this cover on it to make it very comfy and more homey. I've decorated the table with brain teasers and other fun games and things to play around with to get people's hands busy and therefore their minds open. As you can see, I have this cute little bookshelf in the corner. It's a great use of space and it's an opportunity to display the people that I've encountered in my career who have made a major impact on how I've decided to do the work. I've also selected a few books from my graduate program that really keep me grounded. What a cute team. For most of my meetings, I usually sit here, giving the person or people the opportunity to sit on the larger space. This chair is very comfortable and I have the ability to sit back and look relaxed when I'm talking to people. That way they don't feel like it's such a formal encounter. But I do have to get the work done, so let's go check out my desk and see where the magic happens. So when I first got to this office, the desk was actually facing a different way. But part of my theory of building rapport is to eliminate any physical or metaphorical barriers between me and the people I'm trying to connect with, which is exactly why I put the desk facing this way. So when I'm facing this way, I'm trying to get work done, but if and when someone needs my attention, I can easily turn around and remove any barriers between me and the person that I am talking to. Great theory, right? I know. All of this idea of building rapport and connecting with individuals actually comes from a plethora of theories, one of which is a journal for counseling, which can be linked in the article below. The dartboard is one of my favorite things in the office. It is a way for the students to get to know me and me to get to know them in a very intentional yet fun environment. We answer questions that we have about each other, usually around the middle of the year. Red is one type of question and yellow is another. Whenever we hit the low of the year and things aren't that busy, I invite my students to play a game of darts with me, while also knowing that I'm going to get to know them much better by the end of the game. It's a bullseye every time. That wall, my students love that wall. I was very intentional about putting inspirational quotes on the focal point wall of the entire room because it's one of the first things that you see whenever you're in the space. I also intentionally used Beyonce as a public figure and just all-time amazing person. I knew that she was going to be highly relatable to a wide variety of people. I strategically designed this space so it's both calming to not only the people and students I have to interact with, but to myself as well. I utilize the low lighting, the essential oil diffuser, and even the other scents in the room to keep myself at calm. You know, our work can get pretty rigorous and things can be kind of hectic. So I want to use my office as a safe space for me to come in, get some work done, but also not feel overly triggered all of the time. I really suggest you utilize things like lighting, space, colors, smell, everything to really create the office that is intentional for rapport building, trust building, and relaxation. I love that you all notice the seasonal decor around the office. I think staying with the times and keeping up your office to match the seasons and the things happening and current events helps the people that you're interacting with know that you're human. I love Halloween just like anybody else. I didn't move most of the furniture by myself. I actually utilized systems like putting in a TMA or using furniture crew requests in order to get everything in my office exactly where it needed to be. So if you have heavy furniture like a desk or a couch that you need help moving, you should probably put in a furniture crew request and the crew members will come and help you move it around. If you have things like diploma or other big things that you need hung on your walls, you can submit a TMA and they'll actually come and instill things onto your walls so that you have perfect placement, everything's even, and you have the environment that you've been working for. This vinyl player, it's one of my favorite talking points in the entire room. Most of the time, the students that come in don't really have anything to talk about or don't know where to start. They usually look over and see the vinyl player and comment on how cool it is. I'll tell a cute little story about how I got it. It's really not that impressive, but it does get the conversation started. What a good nose. I do use scent as another way to help create the environment intentionally. Right now, over in my wall Scentsy, we have Cozy Sweater burning as a wax burner. This gives a very relaxing, very fall feel, similar to the conversation I had about having seasonal decorations. But also, over at my desk, I have an aromatherapy diffuser. Right now, it's blowing eucalyptus and bergamot, but you can find any different aromatherapy essential oils burning at any point in my office, depending on what mood I'm in and what I need in order to be productive. Some of the things to consider when trying to create an office environment that builds rapport, builds trust, and provides stress relief is things like, what is the location of your furniture? What's the lighting situation? Do you have multiple options? What are the scents in your office? Are they conducive to the people who will be entering and exiting your office space? And ultimately, do you feel at ease and calm in your space? Because if you don't, more than likely other people don't as well. Thanks for watching.